I don't throw any MVP discs, so I asked Simon Lizotte which one I should try out. Of course, he gave me the typical spiel from a pro about their signature series, but sorry, Simon, I don't like the feel of the Pixel. So instead, I picked up the Hex. Not the expensive one. I'm still too broke for that. Also, I was a dummy and didn't turn on the mic until hole 7 of the round. Make sure to tell me how much of an idiot I am in the comment section below. This was the first full round that I played with the Hex. Typically, I haven't been talking too much about the disc, rather just showing you how it flies. In today's video, I did it a bit different. By that, I mean I talk more. If that's something you want to see more of, make sure to drop a comment so I know you guys don't mind my annoying voice. Also, I threw a buzz a bit to compare the two discs, which is another thing I can do more of if you want to see the comparisons of each flight. Okay, that should be enough stalling now from when I was smart enough to turn the mics on.
Imagine recording for 6 holes, realizing I never turned the mics on. Try to get this Annie around the bushes, but I was trying to end straight with the putt. It's gonna go so far though. Well, I know we're near the basket, but that was kind of cool. I gotta walk so far just to miss this putt. I don't want to get on my knee. Oh, so dirty for such a par on an easy hole. Folks, remember to hydrate. Well, parking it, I guess. Not even doing that. It's like 80 feet past. In my head, this is like 80 feet because I'm so upset that I didn't put it closer on such an easy hole. Dog leg left, though. I would really like something more overstable than the Hex, but I'm going to put it on a ladder hyzer and see if it can just coast all the way to the basket. That's like going to be like a 40-foot putt. Still do like 40 feet, I'd say. At least I'm stepping it. I don't care what you guys say. Give me that shit. 9 holes down with the Hex, and other than forgetting to turn my mic on at the beginning of the round, it's been pretty solid. It feels like it holds whatever angle I want to put it on. Even when I give it the Annie, I could see it starting to want to come back out. I was told that it's an understable mid. I'm really seeing it more as a stable. It wants to go dead straight for me, especially when I do give it that power. I am getting that little bit of fade at the end, which I do like, by the way. And the feel in the hand is spectacular for me. A little bit lower profile, sharper, I almost want to say, but I don't feel like the bulkiness of a normal mid-range that I feel from my buzz right now. I really like that hand feel for me. And it goes really far. Starting to stand up slightly. Really nice little skip slide, but fuck that stick, dude. Ruining my birdie opportunity? What are you doing? It's just lucky I'm good at putting, dude, or I'd be actually mad. Another slight hyzer with the Hex. What's new? Oh. I like that so much. I'm bagging the Hex. I'm only at hole 11 and I'm taking the buzz out and I'm putting the Hex in my bag. Thank you, Simon. We'll throw the buzz just for fun now, but what I really like about the Hex over the buzz is just the hand feel. This feels a little bit deeper, a little bit more awkward with this big lip, and I just don't like it. But I got baby hands, so that makes sense for me. They fly both all right, though. The Hex is definitely more understable. Man, I don't know. They both fly fine, though. What? Went from double birdie to what? What was that? I'm gonna try to bust the Hex as far down that fairway as I can. Not expecting to throw it 400 feet on the slightly uphill, but I'm gonna try. This will be my first full power with the Hex, so we'll see how it can hold up. Oh, okay. Ooh, there's that flip I wanted. There it is. I finally saw the understability shine through. Sort of flipped up down the fairway, nice and dead straight the entire way. I really like that flight. I guess we'll see how the Hex handles a forehand, even though if you're throwing the Hex in this shot, I don't know what you're doing. Don't matter. 258, the hole is surrounded by cement OB, so you gotta land inside the circle, which that isn't really likely. Slight Annie, headwind, see how it holds up. Oh my, wow, wow. Not good, but like weird flight that I didn't mind. That was awful recording. This is the hole that I imagined the Hex with. Not really because of where I'm gonna get to the basket, but peering this gap right here is huge. And I want the Hex just to float nice and straight all the way down. Oh! I think that's too long, but it was just so pretty. It was a good shot, just not for that hole, but I was never gonna get the hex over there anyway, so that's all right. I'll just take the par and call it a day. We got another 400-foot hole. I don't think I'm gonna get with the hex, but we're gonna try to put a lot of hyzer and see if the glide will continue to get close enough to the basket. That was the luckiest shot I think I've ever had. That should have hit that tree, and then it should have hit that tree, but somehow it continued to fly. I'll take it. I hit that on the beat if you were wondering what I was doing. 268 but downhill. I'm just trying not to sail it past. Oh man. This is actually a par 4 for once. Gonna just try to land it straight up by that yellow sign almost and just land flat. And hopefully I can just pump it up the gut. Out that far, I'd say. Ooh, money. Might be too long actually. Ooh, it might be too long. A little bit longer than the landing zone, but we should be all right if I can get a big ante just to hold. This is kind of the shot I imagine the hex would be good for. This shot in specific. Oh, but I peered it. Wow. Hex, man. Game changer, apparently. Fuck, that was so bad.
I'll have to do some more testing, but I'm pretty confident in saying I'm taking out the buzz for the hex. But I'll see how tonight's league goes before I make anything too official. Well, after shooting 13 down at leagues only using the hex, I can say for a fact that this will be replacing my buzz. The hex is a fun, stable mid-range that I can trust to put some anhyzer on it, knowing it'll start to slowly pan out, giving me a long drive. I was crushing this thing farther than any other mid I've thrown, with the exception of the CAC Z, but that thing isn't even a real mid-range. I think the hex is another hybrid style because of the sharper edge and feeling like a fairway mid-range combo. Either way, I enjoyed the hell out of it, and 3 other people on my card were bagging one, so I had to jump on the bandwagon. Although a guy on my card who goes by the name of Chicken let me science shot a reactor, and I might have to do some more testing with that thing. But for now, I'll stick to 1 MVP disc in my bag.
Big Benz. Come on.